Good Tuesday morning, everyone. I want to walk you through the next 3 days in Nebraska because there's certainly going to be some variety in the weather and there's certainly going to be some snow in the state, which is something that we have not said much this season. It's been a pretty dry season, but that's about to change. A good snow chance for everyone. All right, let's get right to it. Starting this morning, showing that besides Shadron, it's going to be dry across the state. In fact, a lot of sun in the central and eastern part of the state. We'll call it mostly sunny skies. It could be warmer in the central and eastern part of the state as well today. Not so much in the western part of the state, though, because you jump ahead in time, and unfortunately, the snow is already going to be beginning in the western part of the state. Scotts Bluff, I think this afternoon, some isolated snow showers. Nothing big, but some isolated snow showers going to be around. Notice the central and eastern part of the state. Nothing going on. Maybe a little bit more cloud cover around. And check out the temperatures. 50 in Lincoln about 3 o'clock this afternoon. 48 in Omaha. Very typical for this time of the year. I'm going to be breezy in the central and eastern part of the state. Actually, not much wind in the western part of the state. And notice not as warm. Check it out, 3 o'clock in Scotts Bluff, just 33 degrees. Now, here we are this evening. Notice still dry. Central, eastern part of the state, but western part of the state, still not heavy snow yet, but light to moderate snow showers, a good bet. That will change as we go later in the night. The heavier snow will be pushing in. And notice now we're tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., Omaha, Lincoln, still dry, but we're starting to see the snow push more into the central part of the state. And notice how the cloud cover is starting to thicken up as well. So I think that's what's going to happen around the Lincoln and Omaha area. You're going to see that cloud cover thicken up, but it's going to take a while for the snow to start falling. All right, there's 8 a.m. Now let's jump ahead to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Notice still dry. Lincoln and Omaha. The snow kind of staying in the northern part of the state. Now, I do think on Wednesday it's going to be breezy across the state. Gust 20, 25 miles per hour. The heavy snow, though, notice still mainly in the western part of the state. So let's jump ahead a little bit farther. Here we go. Wednesday evening. That's when things start to change for Lincoln and Omaha. It starts just as light snow, but that's when the snow starts to push in. It looks like during the evening hours, and we're going to see the transition first to light snow in the central part of the state to some heavier snow. So when are we talking about a peak in activity? Well, I actually think for central and eastern Nebraska, it's going to be overnight Wednesday into Thursday morning. Notice those darker shades of blue showing up around Beatrice, Lincoln, Omaha. Thursday morning commute, we could definitely be talking about some issues. Meanwhile, over in the western part of the state, where we've been talking about the snow all this time, Thursday morning, it looks like things are going to be coming to an end. Look at the variety in temperatures too. Thursday morning, 20 degrees in Omaha, but 4 in Scotts Bluff as that colder air mass settles in. All right, here we are Thursday afternoon. Now, the snow coming to an end for the central part of the state. Now, on Thursday, actually, I don't think there's going to be much wind in the central part of the state, the western part of the state, but it does look like it's still going to be breezy around Omaha, Lincoln, up around Sioux City. And look at these temperatures Thursday afternoon. 12 in Scotts Bluff. 20 in Broken Bow, 20 in Omaha. What happened to the upper 40s? Those are gone. Now, there is still a chance in southeastern Nebraska, so Beatrice, Lincoln, maybe Omaha for a little bit of flurry activity Thursday evening, but certainly the peak of the activity is over with, and I do think finally, by midnight, Thursday night, that's it for the snow, and things are quiet across the state. So, how much snow? Well, happy to report this morning that the models are in much better agreement. Not as many differences in the models. I'm going with the model that's right in the middle still, though. There's still some variation. This one's right in the middle. So, this is my best estimate. If I had to pick one value for snow amounts, I'd say 3.5 inches in Omaha, around 4 inches in Lincoln, 4.5 inches Grand Island, 5.5 inches Kearney. The big winner, looking like the western part of the state, because we talked about how long the snow is going to hang out over there. Scotts Bluff, 6 inches. Now, that said, I would put right now, give it about an inch range. So maybe as much as 4.5 inches in Omaha, maybe as little as 2.5 inches. So subtract 1 inch and add 1 inch, and think of that as a possibility, because there's still some time for this to fluctuate. So Scotts Bluff, I would say maybe as little as 5 inches, but perhaps as much as 7 inches. Lincoln, perhaps as much as 5 inches, but probably not any less than 3 inches. So I know it's something this may be rather routine some winters, but boy, after this winter where there's been so little activity, this seems like a big deal all of a sudden. Still some time for things to change, but it looks like for all you snow lovers, you're going to be seeing some activity this time around.